We're going to talk a little bit about service teams in E-WorkBook request now. So I have a particular service open, which is called a new QC service for DMPK, and the free text field is filled out at the top. And I've also assigned it to some items from the request catalog. So I have the provider, which is essentially the people providing the service. Could be a company name or a department. So I've got analytical here and the type of service offered. Again, driven by a standard dictionary, and I picked analytical testing. I have the parameters tab open. This is where the service team can create a custom form that users who raise work against that service team can fill in to pass information about the work that's required. And it's very simple to do this. For example, if I wanted to add another type of media option here, I'm going to pick petrol. I can simply type into the box. If I wanted to add one of these types of controls to the form, let's pick a checkbox on this occasion and say select if sample to be retained. And it's just a matter of saving that. And at this point now, this is a live form, and any new work coming in, this form will be presented to the users for them to make selections. Looking at the service team tab, this is where you can assign users to the service team, people who are going to perform the work essentially. When work comes in, everyone is notified, unless you have chosen to auto-assign all the work to an individual in the team, and then it will be that person's responsibility to divvy the work out amongst the team members. And we also have an Objects tab. And the Objects tab lets you see all of the work that is coming into the system, all of the samples that are there in the system. So we can see each sample listed on the left-hand side, the status of that sample, the work item that it's come in against. I'm going to touch on object lists in a moment. That's why this one is empty. We have information about who's raised it, to whom it's assigned. It happens to be me assigning it to myself on this occasion. And all of those form-based parameters that we just talked about a moment ago. So let's say I want to pick a list of these samples to do some work on. I can first of all filter on this to make my life easier. Let's have a look for a particular item. Let's look for that particular job. I can reduce it down to that job. I can filter on other properties as well. So now I have one job of work that's come in. I can see the samples on the left. I have a link to inventory if I want to know more about those. And I have the ability to select individual ones that I want to work on. Let's say I'm going to pick those. I'm going to create a list. Daughter fills in a name, but I'm going to give it a better one than this. It means something to myself. I'm going to assign it to myself, although I could assign it to any of the other members of the team. And now those samples are assigned to an object list. And we'll see more about object lists later when we return to executing work inside of the advanced spreadsheet.